Hey everybody, B-Dog Jr. back again. I don't know if I was able to get the thumbnail right on the video yet because I haven't made it, but once I do, it should show a picture of a carbon fiber funnel. And I'm going to show you guys here in a second what I got. And here it is. Because I knew that at some point that I was going to need a funnel that would be strong enough to withstand the weight of a 400 or 500 pound man standing on it. I decided that I would go ahead and make a funnel out of carbon fiber. Not really. This is just a project that we did at a little week-long school that I took out at the Bell Helicopter Training Academy composite repair course. But I figured I'd just show it off a little bit since it's a knick-knack that I have. I don't really use it as a funnel, but supposedly you can stand on these things and they're strong enough so they won't crumble. But I haven't tried that. Show you guys a couple other pieces. This is a repair that they had us do out there on a carbon fiber panel. Actually repaired it with using fiberglass on both sides, and it's a flush repair. And I got a couple other pieces, little mementos from one of my trips out there. You make this carbon fiber honeycomb panel, two sides of carbon fiber with honeycomb in the center, and it's tapered off at the ends. And then you take it up to the instructor and he smacks it with a hammer on the corner there and tells you to fix it. So you have to cut out a little plug of the honeycomb to put on the end. As you can see, mine's not perfect. And they don't really strive for perfection. And it's good if you can get it to where it fits the corner real nice. But then you put your honeycomb piece on there and then you layer it over with some carbon fiber. And ideally you would put as many coats as you can on there, but to get rid of the texture, so you can paint it, it'll be nice and shiny. Or if you want to go with a carbon fiber clear coat, you can do that too. But that's not recommended on aircraft since they may be sitting out in the sun for long periods of time, and the sunlight will deteriorate the carbon fiber over time. And I got one more piece that I made. It's just a simple two-sided honeycomb and carbon fiber sandwich. Anyway, I just figured I'd show that as the gee whiz portion of my video. Got that over with. So I wanted to clarify my last the sprag clutch thing that I did on my last video. That part right there, that's your power output gear in the engine. This is a Rolls-Royce 250 turbo shaft engine that goes in a Bell 407 helicopter. And the freewheeling unit mounts to the front. Shaft goes all the way through the engine, comes out the back. Then it adapts to the tail rotor drive shaft. It goes all the way to the end of the tail boom. And this is just another picture from a different angle on the engine. And that would be where your freewheeling unit would mount right there. And this is a picture of the freewheeling unit completely assembled. You can see the drive shaft adapter on the front that mates up to the main rotor drive shaft that connects to the transmission. And these are your spline gears that are driven by the engine gearbox, and then the shaft out here with the oil inside these two housings. This one and this one is supplied from the main rotor transmission. So you have an oil line that comes off of here and goes to the transmission, and you got another oil line that comes off of here and goes to the other side of the transmission as a oil return and oil feed line. And you can see the little coupling on the end right here that the tail rotor drive shaft connects to. That's one of them flexible, I think it's a 5-layer of stainless steel, very thin stainless steel. Those flexible couplings that I was talking about in the last video that are prone to crack. And we're finally to the meat of this video. The main reason why I'm making it so I could show you guys a better view of where the sprag clutch goes. This is actually a 206 Jet Ranger sprag clutch, but I like the picture in the book that the 407 sprag clutch has. You can see the 407 sprag clutch right here is actually shaped different from the 206 sprag clutch. It looks a little bit larger in diameter and the width of it is not as wide, but you can see it's got a bearing that goes inside this input shaft. The bearing mounts in there, and then it's got that special washer, and then the sprag clutch, and it's got another special washer on this side of the sprag clutch, and another bearing, and on and out here then you got your retainer ring out here, and you have to heat up this housing with a heat gun. And here's an actual picture of the housing that they call the input shaft, because it takes the power off the engine gearbox. You have to heat that up to several hundred degrees. I forget the exact figure, but you get it pretty dang hot, or you need to wear some welding gloves to handle it. And then you smack it on a piece of wood with a rag on there, a nice clean rag, so all the bearings and everything will come on out of there, so you can inspect them. And this training book gives you a lot of the information that you would find in the Bell 407 component repair and overhaul manual. And this sprag clutch that's in the Bell 407 is a condition item, so you don't have to retire it as long as it's in good shape. It meets the inspection criteria, all the dimensions that they call for, and it doesn't have any pitting or scoring or excessive wear on it, then it's good to go. But you have to take it out every 2,500 hours and inspect it, and it's a lot of work getting one in and out. And I was kind of fumbling for words on my last video when I was talking about this piece right here, which is called the outer race on a 206. But the terminology, see, this is a 206 component repair or school book that I had to dig down deeper in my box of school books that I had packed away. But it's called the outer race on a 206. And on the 407, it's called an input shaft. So I was just a little confused when I saw that the diagram that I was pointing to on the other video, and I was going to call it the outer race, but I misspoke and I had to correct myself. So anyway, that's why. I just figured I'd let you guys know. And the life limit on these 206 sprag clutches is different as well. After you use your sprag clutch for 3,000 hours on a 206, you scrap it, throw it away, or do like I did and you hang on to it for whatever reason, you know. That's just me, I'm a pack rat. But anyway, I just figured I would show you guys some stuff and clarify that I misspoke on my last video. And you guys have a good one. B-Dog Jr. over and out.